Hare Krishna,
Hare
हरे
Krishna,
हरे
Prabhu.
कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण बाबा जी।
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskrityam Naram Jaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudhirayat. Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Naistiki. कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। हरिः ओम् श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। चरितं रघुनाथस्य शतकोटिप्रविस्तरम् एकैकमक्षरं पुंसां महापातकनाशनम् रामेति रामभद्रेति रामचन्द्रेति यस्मरन् नरो न लिप्यते पापैर्भुक्तिं मुक्तिं च विन्दति जगद्रात्कामत्वेन रामनाम्नाभिरक्षितं य कन्दे धरये तस्य करस्थ सव सिद्धया वज्रपञ्जरनामेधं यो रामकवचं स्मरेत् आव्यहत सर्वत्र लभते जयं मङ्गलम् रामकल्प वृक्षाणां विराम सकलापदाम् अभिराम श्रीलोकं त्रिलोकानं रामं श्रीरामन प्रभु तरुणो रूपसम्पन्नो सुकुमारो महाबलो पुण्डरीकविशालाक्षो क्षीरक्षीष्णो जिन चीनाम्बरो वेदान्तवेद्य यज्ञेश पुराणपुरुषोत्तम जानकीवल्लभ श्रीमान् अप्रमेय पराक्रम इत्यर्थानि जपन् नित्यं तद्भक्त्या श्रद्धयान्विता अश्वमेधदिकं पुण्यं सम्प्राप्नोति न संशया रामं दूर्वादलश्यामं पद्माक्षं पीतवासनं स्तुवन्ति नमभिर्दिव्यैन ते संस संसरिणो नरा रामं लक्ष्मणपूर्वजं रघुवरं सीतापतिं सुन्दरं काकुत्स्थं करुणार्णवं गुणनिधिं विप्रप्रियं धार्मिकं राजेन्द्रं सत्यसन्धं तनयं श्यामलं शान्तमूर्तिं वन्दे लोकाभिरामं रघुकुलतिलकं रघुवं रावणरिं रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायां पतये नमः। श्रीराम राम रघुनन्दन राम राम श्रीराम राम भरताग्रज राम राम श्रीराम राम रणकर्कश राम राम श्रीरामचन्द्र शरणं शरणं प्रपद्ये। Hare Krishna everyone, I welcome you to our day 5 of Sri Rama Charitamrta, where we are absorbing ourselves or preparing ourselves for the Ram Navami, the Lord who has appeared in the Chaitra Mas of Punarvasu Nakshatra that is due to come on the 6th of April. And I invite you all for coming and let's celebrate together in Gauradesh Kalon. And yeah, as we endeavor for anything or adventure for anything, we would like to be prepared, so that we can make the best of it. So for celebrating the festival and getting the grace and the blessings of the Lord, we are tuning ourselves. So today, as part of the Madhya Lila, where I see this, after the Lord had married Sita Devi, and Bharat Lakshman Shatrugna also married, and they all came to Ayodhya. Everything was very nice. When everything was nice, the one that was worrying Dashrath Maharaj was the bad omens that he was having, the nightmares that he was, due to which he couldn't sleep. So all this caused him that he need to hurry up and do something so that he can um, uh, fulfill his accountability or responsibility of um, towards his citizens, towards his forefathers. And in this regard, Dashrath was thinking, what can be done, what can be done. The thought that came in form of great hope was to establish Ram on the throne. So he, after consulting his ministers, after consulting with his guru, Vashishta Muni, and his big ministers, Jayanta, Sumantra, and others, when everyone has unanimously Ichama, Ichama, hello, yeah. So everyone said that we desire with one voice that Ram may become our ruler, so that our fortune can always turn for good for always. So while this was happening, Dasharatha Maharaj wanted to hurry up so that everything can happen soon. So he engaged Vasishtha Muni in arranging the coronation, Pattabhisheka, for whatever all the things that are required. He and Vasishtha Muni, though he was aged, didn't matter. It was a once in a lifetime opportunity to serve the Lord in making him the king of um, then while this was happening, there was Mantara who was not happy after learning that all the arrangements that were going on that night with all the lights in and music in high spirits. So she got disturbed and she tried to take things under her control. She planned and made herself clear what to do, and but it was not so straightforward to convince Kaikeyi, because Kaikeyi had immense love for Ram even more than Bharat. So how could she just take side of her son Bharat and actually reject Ram? In fact, Ram becoming king is a great news for her. That was the best news that she. Uh, but with the poisoning of Manthara, who was selfishly motivated for her own benefit, who was also revengefully motivated to appease her vengeance. So she has poisoned successfully Kaikeyi. And not only that, she has poisoned that Kaikeyi lost her mind, but she also needed intelligence how to get her things done. And for that, Manthara became the counselor for Kaikeyi in plotting some a plan through which she can attain what she wanted. I think we were there, if I'm not wrong, or did I already say that? Yes, she said that you just asked Dashrath Maharaj those two boons which you actually got because you have pleased your husband when you and he were in the warfare where Sambarasura was very, very fiercely attacking, and at the time you saved Dashrath Maharaj from the danger, and because of which Dashrath Maharaj pleasingly gave you two boons. Yeah, yeah, you have kept them. Yeah, at that time, anyway, the king, he has given everything to you, so you didn't had a purpose to ask. But now the time has come. So step up and use the opportunity and ask two boons. First thing is immediate effect. Bharat becomes the king, and also immediate effect that Ram goes to forest. Should be excel. It's not just like a uh, what do you call this? Sightseeing or no, exhale means not that he will have all the royal facilities, etc. This was the plan, and Manthara said, "Until you succeed, don't give up. Yeah, just run into your Kopa Graha. Yeah, just by knowing that you are not happy, Dasharatha Maharaj becomes weak. He gets wounded because he never had that experience, and now by doing that, you can win over your plan." Saying so, Manthara left, and then um, I think did we stop there? Can someone confirm if I'm not wrong? Hmm? Yeah, am I right? Or
Yes, Prabhuji.
okay. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, and so there where we are, we see that Kaikeyi did just like how Mantra has told her to do, and she completely looked very, very awkward. He, she was in great distress, and this caused more pain. And Dashrath never saw her like this, and he definitely thought something is very, very um, um, something is very serious in this regard, and he really cannot see his wife to be in that pain. uh, so because of that, Dashrath inched towards her with heart with his heart in pain because he wanted to find out what he can do. Of course, being a king, one who is very powerful, one who is already a successful husband, yeah. So he thought he can do something, and he went closer, and he even tried to, yeah, just touch, and then Kaikeyi just yeah, jugged the hand of Dashrath Maharaj, and because of that, he was surprised. How can um, his ever-loving wife be so hard? So, and then he started saying, "Hey, O Queen of Ayodhya, I cannot think of any reason behind your anger, but only if you can. I can understand that you're extremely hurt, uh, and in this state, yeah, why are you hurting your body and mind? Rather, you just tell. Has anyone has disrespected you? Is that the cause of your misery? This is something like, yeah, is that the cause, or are you ill? Hmm? If so, just tell me the symptoms and I'll find the best medicine for your for quick relief. Or you have more authority over my authority of this kingdom, which means even I don't have, you don't have to wait for me to order something. You are, yeah, uh, equally powerful, empowered to order. Because your your command will be fulfilled by your command will be followed by everyone. In fact, your wish is my command. So just demand what you want. I shall deposit it at your feet with no question. Uh, Even if it is the smallest desire you hold, I will make sure that it is definitely granted. And so, in this way, he was saying, "Do you want me to do anyone a favor?" Maybe is that the reason? Maybe you are happy, but you see someone is in need, and anyone in favor, do you want? I can do. Do you want me to pick up a fight with someone? For you, I am ready to do anything. To favor or unfavor, for me, I am ready. I can render mercy even to the most undesirable if you just tell me. Just for you, I can do that. I can mm, uh, come down heavily on someone honest and genuine just at your order or bidding. Just you have to just tell me what you have. Just don't hesitate. Whatever is in your mind, just spit it out. I am willing to kill an innocent person and release a prisoner. I could make a poor person rich and rich person. Um, in this way, Dashratha was actually in the spirit of, yeah, because he doesn't know what's going to happen, and in the spirit of actually relieving his wife's pain, he was kind of um, not seeing what is his role as a king is actually for protecting, for dharma, not to actually serve someone. So Kaikeyi, after when he was saying, you are precious to me. Uh, Trust me, just like sun rises to melt away all the mist, I will chase away all your fears. Whatever can be your fear, I can do that. Huh? Just, yeah, just name them. I will solve it. And when Dashrath was so much feeling, and then with that, oh Lord, Kaikeyi just started telling, you know what? I have a desire that came into my heart. If you assure of your promise to give me that, then I'm ready, and then I'm happy, then I will speak up, saying so. And then Dashrath is saying, oh, I may be the lord of the world, but for you I'm just, yeah, I'm your servant. So just tell me, uh, don't you know that I gave myself to you long ago? Is it something new that I have to explicitly tell you? uh, why do you need such promise? You don't even need these promises, just ask. This is what he asked. And then that was exactly the moment that Kaikeyi was waiting for. As soon as when Dashrath Maharaj said, ask whatever you want, I'm ready to offer you. Then Kaikeyi started saying, today King Dashrath has promised. What did he made a promise, and may everyone be the witness. Who are they? The fire god, the sun god, the moon god, the god of the skies, the god of the houses, uh, And I call the planets, day and night, the eight directions, the universe, the earth personified, Gandharvas, demons, spirits, wandering in the nights, and all other spirits. Come on, come all to bear witness to this vow of my husband, because he has given a vow, and this vow is a very, very important thing that no one would have done before. Hmm? And then she continued. She said, Maharaj, do you remember once long ago, in this case where I protected you, gave me two boons? I don't need a new promise. I don't need a new boon. Whatever is there, just give that. What is that? Huh? Um, uh, don't hesitate, just ask. Dasharatha was like, he wanted to first relieve her from this pain with the first boon. Yeah, I claim the throne of Ayodhya for my son Bharat. This is first thing. And with the second, I want Ram to be exiled to the forest of Dandakaranya for 14 years, where he will live like an ascetic, wearing tree barks, deer skins, and have matted hair. So that's all I want. Okay. Very simple, right? For Kaikeyi, she felt it very simple because she lost the sensitivity and understanding the emotion of the person. But it was kind of something as if like uh, Dashrath could no longer stand. He fell flat just hearing because he lost his composure, he lost his balance, or he lost as if something is there, everything became dark or blind. Huh? So, and this is what happens, and yeah, Kaikeyi has just finally asked what she wanted, and Dashrath is on the floor where actually Kaikeyi was sitting, and Kaikeyi, uh, um, yeah, Kaikeyi starts saying, I'm not controlled by anyone, nor I am haunted by some evil spirit. The only thing haunted me right now is question: is my husband, King of Ayodhya, the protector of Dharma, is a liar or true? Yeah, in spite of all persuading that Dashrath was telling, but Kaikeyi was so adamant and stubborn or rigid that she was not at all flexible to hear what was actually Dashrath saying. And Dashrath, um, he just said, at least retract one of the two wishes. At least one of the two wishes take back. I have no problem if Bharat will become the king, but why are you adamant about sending Ram to the forest? I thought you claimed not once but multiple times that Ram is better than Bharat. So you yourself have claimed that. How could you ignore the fact that Ram also always treated you as his mother and serves you more than his Kaushalya? In fact, huh, he had so much love for you, and Ram is a gem who has won the heart of every citizen of Ayodhya. Huh? So give up this desire unless you want to embrace a lifetime of infamity. It's like infamy. And yeah, even today we are discussing about Kaikeyi, right? It's so Dashrath was saying, be uh, sensible what you are asking. Hmm. For once, the world can do without the sun and crops can survive without water, but Dashrath cannot exist without Ram. This is also he made clear. I am an old man now. I am tired. Need comfort, not anxiety. So, uh, as a king, as a father, I am humbly asking, just as I implore you, I touch your feet with to my head, and saying so with little, or not with it, with great energy. He recovers to just fall at the feet of Kaikeyi. At least maybe with that sense of respect, she may um, change. But saying so, Dashrath was prostrating, and then still Kaikeyi stood unmoved. Then, uh, then she started saying, "What are you asking for? Actually, you are a king in the Ikshvaku lineage, one who said were always truthful. They never uh, broke the promise. Hmm? What will they think of you? Will you tell them that your wife saved your life and despite owing to recompense her for it someday. Whatever promise you have given, you need to fulfill. In fact, yeah, you are in the dynasty of King Shibi, yeah, just because he assured protection to the pigeon. But when the eagle came, that it is natural, it is right of me to eat this pigeon. But because he has given the promise to protect the pigeon, what did he do? He has cut his own flesh in the weight of the pigeon and gave it just to keep up his promise. The great king Alarka, he attained fame by keeping his promise. How? He has granted a boon to a blind Brahmana who wanted his eyes. Huh? So just to keep his promise, he took his eyes and gave it to that Brahman. So you are in that lineage. Uh, I am never asking you for your flesh nor your eyes. I'm just asking two boons. Very simple, isn't it? Just very true. The Vedas glorify truth as the highest goal to be pursued, right? In fact, Vedas declared the truth to be Omkar. Absolute truth is Omkar or Pranava, or God Himself. One should adhere to the truth. And now, do you want to break your promise? Now, I make a promise. This is what Kaikeyi is saying. I make a promise if Ram is coronated and not exiled. I will consume deadly poison and embrace death. Better death than a life forced to witness my rival Kaushalya being honored. So, yeah, I don't know whether you will keep your promise, but I will keep my promise. So Dashrath was hearing, and yeah, his heart was throbbing, his mind, mm, was also pounding, and he was convulsing on the cold floor where he was lying. He could not speak. He could not even cry anymore. Everything. He became absolutely weak. And then uh, he said he forced himself up and just he tried to give some intelligence. He said, people will label me as a fool if I follow whatever you said. What will I tell all the kings and well-wishers with whom I have consultations this morning? What will I tell to Kaushalya, Sumitra, and innocent Sita? People will say that I have sold my son. How can you be happy seeing Ram wearing all that kind of coarse bark, tree bark clothing? Huh? So all these things just I have nurtured never once knowing that you could become the cause of my death. Uh, it's just like I have been feeding a snake uh, with milk, unknowingly that the snake can be poisonous. Bharat is as virtuous as Ram. He would never accept kingdom this way. And if he does, I will disown him. He is saying, huh? So if Ram leaves Ayodhya, this city will become haunted, and your son will ruin a barren kingdom. So, yeah, what are you asking? Think well. What are you asking? What kind of a wife are you? You have desires that are so harmful for your own husband. Yeah, saying so. And he began again, saying yet again, he said, I beg, though he was saying, he started again begging, maybe by pleading, she may give up all this resolve. And then, uh, I beg you, don't ruin everything I have so painstakingly created. Everything. I am your husband, an old man, a king, but I still fall at your feet and humbly beg. Dashrath was trying his level best so that um, he can educate his good wife. But yeah, it was night and the time doesn't stop, right? As what everyone were anticipating, the next day is already starting. It is getting, yeah, in the in the what is the hours? Early hours before the sunrise. All the one who plays music, uh, pleasing music. So to wake up the king, everyone came and they were just outside standing, and all the royal musicians and bards entered the room to wake up the king and queen, and Dashrath just waved them off, just leave, and so. He didn't want that the time goes forward. In when he had night dreams, he was really eager that may the night pass soon. But here he didn't want this night pass soon because the next would be a disaster. So as Dashrath shut his eyes, then Vasishta Muni, and on the other side, he was just busy arranging everything. And then after that, Vasishta Muni, he came to the courtyard of where the Pattabhishek will be performed. He make all the arrangements, and then he thinks that now let me go to the king, talk to him about the proceedings before the actual ceremony. And then he instructed Sumantra to invite the king. So Sumantra, who went to the Maharaj palace. He didn't find him there. Then he went to Kaikeyi's palace. After going there, he was shocked. He shocked because he saw that scene where in his life he never saw, that his king is on the floor and in dejected state and actually in a very sober condition. Sumantra walked into and just he was just yeah, he didn't understand, but just like the sun awakens the earth, I awaken our glorious king, and in this spirit he was just speaking. But yeah, he, king, he is saying, get up, king, and instruct sage Vasishta is waiting for you. And because uh, Sumantra was not aware or ignorant of what happened, and he asked, he requested the king's attention, but that the king was so disappointed. He just said, "Why do you flog a dead horse? Uh, your words, which would calm my frayed nerves on other days, are today provoking me. So better, yeah." And then immediately Sumantra understood something very, very terrible has happened, and he kept himself quiet. And then the Kaikeyi walked up and she told, "You know what? The king is brimming with joy about Ram's coronation. And all this excitement had kept him awake through the night. That's why he is tired. The lack of his sleep can be recovered only by one thing, by Ram's presence. So go and get Ram." So this is what he said. And of course, Sumantra was still waiting for Dashrath Maharaj's order. But yeah, after seeing his position and after he explicitly said, uh, Sumantra opened, and then he said, "Why do you not follow her advice? Get Ram here this instance." Why? Because Dashrath also knows it's Ram who is the medicine for his pain that he is going through. So anyway, Sumantra leaves, and after he goes to call Ram. When he finally reached the door in the palace of Ram, he saw that Ram, Sita were absorbed in doing, I mean, of course, fasting as directed by Vasishta Muni. Along with that, they were absorbed in chanting, mm, so that they can responsibly take up the role of king and, of course, the queen. So the guard returned and told, and then Ram has welcomed mm, Sumantra to come in, and Sumantra had, of course, come with a purpose. So he couldn't afford to immerse himself in Ram's nice darshan that he was with. Uh, Rather, he just yeah, blessed Ram with the Abhay Mudra, and also uttered Ayushman, the well-being, as elderly persons do. And he said, "My dear Prince, King Dashrath and Queen Kaikeyi want to see you this instant. I have come to fetch you." Ram immediately turned to Sita, and he said, "Surely father and mother have decided something good for us, wonderful for us, our well being, benefit, and prosperity. Let's go." Or, "No, let me go." And then, when Ram was leaving, along with Ram, Lakshman also followed. Both of them, when they came out of their palace, there were already so many citizens who were eagerly waiting for the darshan. And finally, Ram leaves to Kaikeyi's palace. Sumantra knew time was running out, so he created the way so that all the people can give the pathway for Ram. And once Ram came out, Lakshman held the umbrella on for Ram. They entered the silver chariot that was waiting, and then they reached Kaikeyi's palace. Once at Kaikeyi's palace, Ram hopped off his chariot and walked towards the door. Upon seeing what has happened, he slowly uh, uh, got started understanding there's something grave. Mm. After he went there, he offered his prostrate obeisances to his father and mother Kaikeyi, and then Ram stood on one side in Vinaya Mudra. Vinaya Mudra means one who is um, standing humbly waiting for the orders. It's even said that one who closes his mouth and the other hand making sure that the ornaments don't make noise or obstacle or yeah. So anyway, Ram was in that. Ram looked around. There was so much difference between the ambience inside and outside, uh, and Ram was very disturbed by what he saw. He felt on the pang. He saw that Dashrath was going through immense pain, as if like heavily wounded. So when his eyes turned to his beloved father, who was sobbing inconsolably, there was, yeah, first of all, who is there to console him? His dear wife was not, and he was going through this pain. And then the tears ran down his cheeks. Uh, Only one word escaped from his painful father, that was only Ram. Uh, and for a second, Dashrath opened his eyes to see him. The moment he looked, Dashrath turned away, unable to hold his gaze because, am I, how can I commit such a big injustice to my son Ram? And then just that moment was enough for Ram to see into the eyes, yeah, actually to see the face of Dashrath, that he was in a sea of ocean, sorry, sea of sorrows, and then he said, "Is my father suffering from some sudden bodily health afflictions, or is something disturbing him mentally? Um, is there something inauspicious? Has some inauspiciousness affected Bharat or Sugriv or my mother? Or did your pride or anger make you say something harsh to him?" These are the possibilities Ram is asking. Is it not always, it is not always possible to obtain happiness. However, it is my duty to try and rid my father from his miseries. And now Kaikeyi said, uh, she said, a son is born only to solve a father's dilemma. Uh, it has offered me, it is the time for you to prove your worth, Ram. Your father has offered me two boons. Now I have chosen to claim those, and he is reluctant to grant them because he is worried about your reaction. Huh? Only if you promise to do whatever he is told, then I will reveal that. And the scriptures expect a king to uphold dharma or righteousness. Now, Ram, it is up to you to ensure the king's promise is, whether he keeps it up or not, yeah, it is in your hands. And then Ram said, my father's command, hmm, and even if it is entering into fire, I will walk like walking into a cold, pond, or consuming poison like honey, or drowning in sea like uh, liberation. So whatever, mother, I promise you that I will abide by my father's desire, even if it comes at the cost of self-destruction. I am ready. Yeah. And to confirm, to affirm my position, yeah, you know that people know me as Ekavachani, Ekapatni, Ekaban. Huh? So my life is for my wife. Huh? Once an arrow leaves my bow, it has to reach its mark. My name is equated with truth. So please don't doubt me. Huh? And then taking this opportunity, Kaike said, both you and your father are bounded to my words now. And then she revealed, first one is that he owed to crown Bharat as the king. of Ayodhya in your place and banish you to the forest for 14 years. Ram said, let the father's wishes be fulfilled. This very moment, I asked Bharat to return from his uncle's house so that he can become the king and I will leave to the forest. So, and I'm happy to go to the forest to celebrate Bharat's coronation. The only thing that disturbs me is why did my father not tell me all this directly? Did he had any doubt in me? Hmm? It bothers me that my father has no confidence in my character. And but Kaikeyi quickly answered this question. She said, "Your father is extremely ashamed to ask this at this point, because of which because of shame, he was ashamed he couldn't ask, but he doesn't know mm, uh, that he, in fact, as soon as you leave Ayodhya, he will return to his normalcy. It is only a matter of now he is unhappy." And after this, he looked at Kaikeyi and he said, "In all the years that I have lived, I have not been able to win your confidence at all. No. Don't you know me? That I love you with all my heart. Uh, you just have to instruct me, and I would have happily left to the forest. And even for this matter, you wouldn't have had to bring your father into this situation. For me, going forest is these 14 years will not be years of exile. It's not vanishing, it's not exile, but it is actually 14 years of learning. Why? Because this is also was in my mind for many years to actually go to the forest, stay in the ashram, serve the sages, and learn from them. So, and your wish is a blessing for me that I can go. So, just give me enough time to, yeah, solace my mother and Sita, and after that, your words will be mm, fulfilled. Mm. So, after this, Ram, yeah, for him, he was stable and well composed, and he just accepted this as a great opportunity. Why? Because two things are happy. One is that his Bharat, for whom he loves more than his own self, will become the king, and then for him he can go and already meet great sages and learn so many things. So, and then Sumantra thought, okay, when Ram left, then Lakshman also followed him. He was just waiting outside the room, yeah, out of etiquette that he couldn't come in when this confidential thing was going on. And when Ram came, he wanted to tell something, but Ram just silently mm, uh, left as if ignoring what he wanted to say, yeah, because he knows very well that Lakshman, in this moment of anger, he would just blast. And hmm, um, that's why he Ram kept quiet and then he left, and then also Sumantra also used this opportunity because what can he do there when Kaikeyi was so stubborn? She couldn't even understand the greatness of Ram or Dasharath. What about him, his own? So then he left, and after that he accepted this reversal in the most commendable way. And then this is what is we can see Ram um, had no sense of disappointment or sorrow. And he left, and from this place, of course, all the citizens who were waiting outside the Kaikeyi's palace, they were thinking, oh, what has happened? Why? Because when Ram came from his palace, there was Lakshman who was holding an umbrella, uh, covering, shading Ram from sun. But now Ram said, no need of this all. So after that, he just left. He just left. He he went to Kausalya's place, to her home palace, where she was absorbed in her own rituals. What was that? Always remembering, chanting the name of the Lord, offering all the seva, artis, everything, so that she was wishing the best um, for his son. Um, and when she saw Ram, she was blessing. One second. So, so and uh, if there is anyone in this world who has attracted more blessings than you, it's only you, right? Through your good qualities, you have won the hearts of everyone. Even envy people never existed in the city. You are becoming king will drive the world into great happiness, and may you continue this Rajarshi Parampara, means the kings are always saintly, and may you also, yeah. So she was blessing at the same time instructing in a very motherly way, and Ram just studied before talking, and then after taking deep breath, he just began telling, it was all not needed now. Why? Because of what has happened, and whatever has happened, it came as a shock, and Kausalya froze for a while because Ram could one second. Okay, sorry. So Ram was telling as if it was just a news rather than talk of the town. So it was, or what do you call this? Flashing news, the most happening thing. No, he was just very composed and steady and being selfless. He was just telling something. Yeah. And he said that this royal seat is not meant for me anywhere anymore. My father has selected me some special mission. He sent me to forest, and he is installing Bharat in his throne. And I know this will shatter yours as well as Sita's hearts, but rest assured, this is all for welfare of all. So all good. And mm, for a while, Kausalya's froze and stopped breathing, and she was thinking, uh, all everything, all under an hour. Ram had to witness both his parents in exactly same state of despair and helplessness. Both Dashrath was in a helpless mode, and also here he saw Kaushalya, huh? And he could not utter, "I won't leave Ayodhya." Why? Because yet he had to speak very strong. He said, "I must leave Ayodhya. It's not that okay. I have a choice." Huh? And then. Yeah, so Ram began to, yeah, console her. He said, comforted, saying there was none. Kausalya, she cried her heart out, and she was telling all what was that. Till now, yeah, it was though I know I was not the favorite queen of Dashratha, I was neglected, or yeah, or not considered the favorite. All this is fine. Now, what has happened? The word happiness does not seem to exist in my dictionary. I can't see when is that happiness going to be there. So, and then finally, after she said, "My dreams have been shattered by the hammer of reality. This reality has always been there. I can't dream." Or after I almost the dream was coming true, but this is Kaikeyi's plan will fructify as you depart. Okay, then Kaikeyi is happy. What about me? What hope will be there for me in this kingdom? I have lost count of all my fasts, whatever I have done. I have done fasting, I have followed painful vows and meditation, and all with only one result in mind, your kingship. But what in the end, even that is not happening. I can't imagine the trials, and she was just saying, okay, no, the only option left for me now is that because you are strong and you do not you will not disobey your father, uh, is to follow you to the forest like a weak cow follows her calf. You see, it's not that the calf is following the cow, a weak cow is following its calf. Yeah, helplessly. So, did the king personally tell you to leave Ayodhya? If he didn't tell, why you have to follow? Uh, she's also saying. Well aware of the answer, no, said Ram. Ram said no, but if the king did not tell you direct, I mean, she said, does not tell you directly, how is it that king's instructions, um, is it instruction from the king? Because if he didn't say, how can it be his instruction? And then Lord Ram says, I am not following any instruction, I am just doing my duty to rescue a person from drowning but does not wait for instruction. So we may see that Ram, it's not just because of Dashratha's instructions, but he could see what can relieve him from that condition. As a matter of duty, as a son, is to make sure that his father is happy or at least not sad. So this is what I'm doing. Uh, and then while this was happening, and now Lakshman, gates of anger burst, and then he started saying, how can a king surrender his mind to a wild woman like this? The command of an unsteady king whose sense of judgment is, yeah, polluted. Trust cannot be placed on innocent children, right? And also, not only innocent children, but also old, incapacitated, yeah, one who is not having the capability anymore to rule, like such kings. Finding faults in Ram is like trying to find bitter neem to a mango tree. It's not possible. In 25 years, I have not heard a single person even indirectly speaking ill of Ram. That being situation, uh, did Ram commit? What did Ram commit to go through this injustice? Today, at the gate of Ayodhya will stand this mighty Lakshman, and whoever will come, I am going to take care so that to establish you as the king. Let me see who dares send Ram away from his right. To become king is Ram's right. And so in this way he could just speak, and then Ram was saying, my mind cannot deviate from the path of dharma, whatever you may say. huh? And Lakshman, you claim to be strong, but let me tell you, I am not strong enough to go against the orders of my father. For my father I am always his subordinate. huh? And the highest dharma or duty of son is to be obedient, following his father's order. uh, there are, and then he starts explaining several examples how the son keeps up his position to his father. And then Ram continued saying, don't you realize that our father needs us even more than any time? This is the time that he needs us. uh, and how instead of increasing his burden, we should plan to release him from the miserable state he is in. Uh, this is what is needed. So our behavior should not add anxiety to him. Rather, he should come out of this as soon as possible. Our father's anxiety is that I may not obey uh, his words. And Mother Kaike's anxiety is how soon I may leave Ayodhya. So by me going now to forest, I can relieve the anxiety of my mother and father. So I am gone. You should focus on Bharat coronation and use all the things that you have accumulated for my coronation. Use them there. And he said, uh, uh, don't you see the hands of destiny working out our divine plan? This is a very important point here. The Lord is telling finally, because Lakshman is only thinking about logically about the karma, that if someone is doing and all these things, there is also what do you call, in the light of truthfulness, in light of straightforwardness, Lakshman is seeing what is happening is injustice. Ram is saying there is something higher. Just try to appreciate the higher purpose. What is that? There is also Lord ordinance. There is also divine ordinance that falls upon everyone, that though one may want to do something, he may not be always successful. So here, if not, how can one explain the fact that Kaikeyi, who loved me more than she did Bharat till the day before, changed so drastically? So, do you want to blame her? No, I don't blame her. Rather, when something is beyond our reasoning, it is called divine ordinance, or destiny. It is the destiny we have to, and we are all subordinate to the destiny. But come on, will Lakshman say that no, destiny, people are people who are weak, they may say, is just to hell with destiny. There is nothing like that. I know that you would sermonize that this as hand of fate, but I cannot accept this as fate. Only I'm a Kshatriya. I have the power to change everything, command everything, but not fighting fate is the philosophy of the weak. My arrows are not just ornaments to decorate my shoulders, they can sting my enemy to death. Hmm? And Lakshman says further, just stand on my side, I will take care of everything. You don't have to do anything. I am going to take care of everything. And uh, let us act before everyone in Ayodhya becomes aware of Kaikeyi's evil. Huh? So, if Bharat comes on my way, I am going to kill him. If our father will come, I will go to kill him. So, this became so much that Ram was totally disappointed. How could my brother, out of my, his love for me, that he is crossing, he is not understanding how he started hating uh, his own soul, like Bharat and his own father, life giver, Dashrath Maharaj. How could he speak that? So Ram says, yeah, I, Ram, the descendant of Raghu dynasty, will go to the forest instantly on the order of my father. That's it. So all this reasoning will not bring much value. So he just decided and just simply, uh, yeah, he just made it clear because Kaushalya was happy. Hey, when everyone was were against, or at least when all things were against, she saw at least Lakshman was with him, and that was very happy. But here Ram made it clear it's not about relationships, it's about actually keeping up the vow, keeping the promise. So Kaushalya just couldn't go with him. Yeah. So just she just started praying, let your dharma, which you so ardently respect, protect you. Yeah. Let your service to your mother and father protect you. Let your truthfulness shield you from dangers. Huh? May all nature's resources protect you. May all the weapons of Vishwamitra uh, will surely aid you in the need of hour of need. Huh? Yeah, hour of need. So, and may the scriptures become your protection. So she started blessing, whatever she can do is only that she can't go with him. And after all these things, yeah, Ram fell at Kaushalya's feet, and then um, he moves forward, yeah, because he is eager to leave, not because he's quite excited with the adventure that's going to come. He is eager that he has to also, yeah, convince or communicate or share or take permission or also instruct to Sita, his good wife. So he goes to Sita, and then he uh, shares everything. And when just by seeing Ram in that persona that he came, Sita understood there was something because he didn't come so quickly. After a very long time, he's coming, which was not usual, which is unusual. So she understood. Uh, she thought that she needs to be with him to solace him, to console him, and show that he's not alone. So, although she wept, Sita spoke to reassure Ram of her love. She said, "What's wrong, my lord? Today is the day of your coronation. I know that you do not get affected by position of power, but something is wrong. And what is it?" He is saying, where are the singers who were there? Where are the Brahmanas who should have been reciting auspicious Veda mantras? Where is the royal chariot that comes to pick us? All these things. Is this one of your tests to see if I am prepared to be queen or not? Mm. So, and Ram now spoke, a negative situation cannot always be changed with a positive one. And of course, with the jigsaw, he just confused a bit or tried to confuse so that philosophically, if one says high philosophy, then one may think, oh, I didn't get it, but let's not worry. So, he started saying, despite such, yeah, you surely understand the volatility of kingship. Like Rajya or leadership means it is always volatile. One day you are the leader, the other day you are the pauper. So here, despite such unpredictability, the sharks of adharma cannot swallow one who does not judge intentions. So one who is on the dharma path, or one who follows dharmic path, uh, even though all this volatility is there, all this diplomacy is there, all can be there, but still, what will emerge victorious is dharma. And yeah, so Mother Kaikeyi has redeemed two boons uh, that she acquired from our father long, long ago, even before our birth. She has desired that Bharat becomes the king of Ayodhya and send me to the forest. So, and Ram continued, he started saying, I assure, he said, mm, you see me like this not because of I am losing the kingdom, and more to do is with losing your company. It's that I lose your company for 14 years. That's why I'm more concerned. But I assure you that these 14 years will fly away like 14 moments. Although uh, I will physically leave your company, I will continue to stay in your memories. So, this philosophical assurance, or uh, and then Ram spoke all this logical or illogical ways. Of course, what is logical is. Um, it depends. Yeah, there is so many if and buts in what Ram was saying to happen. And another thing is, because Sita is love afflicted, she would not see what is logic, what is illogical. But anyways, Ram was speaking all that. And after my departure, Bharat will be the king. You have to be ready to tolerate the change. Of course, reversal can be part of our life, and we have to accept. But yeah, just take it. More than tolerance, you would have to learn to respect Bharat as qualified ruler and serve him selflessly. If you notice any lapse on part of Bharat and Shatrugna, you must ignore it, considering them as your sons. So all these guidelines he was giving, and then he said that while I'm in the forest, use your time to gain spirituality. Spend time in that, perform deity worship, and important, uh, and also take care of my father and mother, Kaushalya. And yeah, so in that way, and of course, don't be biased only to Kaushalya, be equal to all the other mothers. Uh, who of course have brought me from my childhood very nicely. Hearing to this, Sita Devi, she said, "Hmm, she, you expect me to laugh right now? This is what she wanted to do," and she just started saying, "Huh, Ram." Except for the wife, every relative of the man suffers or enjoys independently or separately. But the special aspect of a husband and wife relationship is that the two entities suffer and enjoy each other's happy and sad moments. And when this tough time comes, you want me to stay back and that only you go ahead? No, I assure that I assure you that I will be an asset. As you walk through the forest, I shall walk ahead of you to make all arrangements, clean everything. As a servant, I want to serve you in the forest. Though there are, for me, okay, wherever you are, it's not a forest or it's not a palace, everything is heaven. In fact, she tries to convince, she says, my parents have taught me all the etiquettes. You need not uh, tell about what. Um, yeah, how to take care of your parents in your absence, and all these things that will be taken care. But most important is to ensure that, yeah, I am always there, so that during these tough times I am with you. uh, when living a simple life of discipline, the only demand I will make is for my service to you. I will not disturb you with anything. I will only ask so that I can render you service with you in so yeah, so with that, Ram said, yeah, whatever you are thinking about forest, in your words, seems that forests is like a nice outing. No, forest is very dangerous. There are so many tigers and wild animals. Yeah, it's a and rakshasas and etc. And as you are going through those places, it's very dangerous. It's not easy. There will be snakes which can change colors and scorpions with poisons and all these things. And your delicate body cannot even handle the heat of the sun rays. How can you handle the heat that is coming from the mountains when we have to walk on them? And then Sita, she said, the heat of the sun, the fire, the mountains are insignificant compared to the heat of fire of separation from you. That's so. I, I, yeah. So give me this uh, permission so that I can join you. And don't think about all what is difficult for me. You talk about those animals, na? Those animals I don't worry where, because when you are there, the animals are scared. So why will they come and harm me? Hmm. In fact, uh, I'll tell you something. Once, when there was a woman astrologer who came and saw my hands, she saw my hand and she was stuck. And then after that, she started reading my face, and after that, she told that this girl would be an abode of auspiciousness, a magnetic force attracting the attention of the Lord, and a rain cloud distributing divine grace. But she will go forest twice. And I didn't know, yeah, I didn't know it is coming in this way. So I'm anyway destined to go. Just like how how Ram was telling to Lakshman, right? He told that destiny or divine ordinance. So Sita Devi sees this as a divine ordinance, while Ram was still hesitant to think, and finally she could not hold herself anymore, and she thought the only way Ram will accept is by going in a very strong way. And she said, Kimtva Manyata Vaideha Pita me Mithiladipah Ramajamataram Prapya Triyam Purusha Vigraham. Striyam Purusha Vigraham means it's like as if like you are like you are like a woman in a male form. Is that so? It says that uh, by mistake my father Janaka he would have surely felt that he had mistakenly married his daughter to a woman claiming to be a man. That was something which Sita didn't want to say, but she, for a higher or for a good reason, or justifiable or not, we will see later, but for kind of a provoking that a challenge, that or an insult through which at least now it means that I pity greatly the ignorant masses of Ayodhya who consider you the hero and glorify you. Huh? If you are so glorious, can't you protect me? Huh? If the caretakers of Mithila, my father Janak, were here, he would just said, "Oh, I have made a mistake marrying my daughter to you." So after hearing this, also Ram stood firm. Yeah, he understand. He is composed as before. When he shut his eyes, Sita watched what is the reaction that is going to come. Yeah, she also knew that her only reason for doing this was to convince Ram to take her along to the forest. She would only have 14 long years to make up anyway, whatever he may be disturbed now, but later I can slowly, uh, mm, lovingly, uh, yeah, remove this ill feeling of being insulting her master. And so, so Sita asked Ram, hmm, so a question, and in that she was saying that the definition of heaven and hell vary according to the mindset of the person. If I am asked this question, my answer would be heaven is hell without you, and hell is heaven with you. So it's as clear as this, that only with you I am always happy. Do not leave me in hell, my Lord. Take me to heaven with you. So, and 14 years is, yeah. of separation is unbearable. Don't punish me with this separation. And after that, Ram just, yeah, he just accepted it. And of course, Ram was also having a purpose of not inviting her or his wife to come with him, because Ram himself says, time will soon prove that I can very well protect you. For the first words of insult, what she did, he just said, time will take care. This is what we'll see when in the Aranyakand, we will come across that. Time will show that I can protect you very well. And not only that, um, I could, but how would I ask you to accompany me to the wild, uncomfortable places? How can I ask? Huh? And I know your until I know your real desire. Yeah? Now it's your real desire, and also you know everything from your perspective. A wife's role is to share the joys and sorrows of husband, but from my perspective, the role of caring husband is to constantly meditate on protection of your comforts, etc. So now that I realize you are determined to stay in the forest with me, I know that uh, the forest life with your company will be soothing, enlivened, auspicious, and yeah, you can join. And while in this way Sita has convinced Ram, there was only one, who is Lakshman, uh, who was until that time he was thinking Ram anyway. Now we are going three. Who is that? Ram, Lakshman, and Sita. But when he was just leaving, he told Lakshman the responsibilities of protecting Ayodhya. And then this surprised actually Lakshman. Uh, and he in fact said that Lakshman claims that, and when did I, he said to his brother that, Ram, you already have accepted me to come to the forest. Yeah. How? Because when you were telling to Kaushalya, you have used dvivachana, means you have addressed we. Yeah, in that we, yeah, of course, to elders we cannot use bahuvachana or respectfully saying, when I'm telling to my mother, I can't say we will do unless there is a second person. In that second person, it was already me. And when you were telling that Sita may hear to or bless, you told blessing Bharat and Shatrugna and not me. So in that way, you have already had in your mind that I will anyway come with you and I will come. So Lakshman, Ram was saying, no, your role is here is very important. He said, no, 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 don't worry. Bharat is very capable and Kaikeyi is there. Bharat is anyway, he is um, um, well qualified king, so he can take care. And my role is more important to be with you in the forest so that I can arrange food. Yeah, because uh, how who will help you with procuring all these roots and fruits? It's my service. In the end, he even tells, I know that you may not need me, but I need you. I need you. I can't leave you. Or you can't leave me. Why? Because just like a fish in water, water is very much needed. I take shelter of you. So I cannot live without you. So I want to come with you. As Lakshman was sobbing, and Ram saw Sita, and Sita also gave permission, and then all of us, all the three, yeah, or at least all, Ram and Sita all agreed, and this was also great blessing from Sumitra, saying that yes, this is a very deserved service of you to Ram, and she was proud of Lakshman. Yeah, and yeah, all the three go back to the palace where Dashrata was there. And in fact, Dashrata calls for all his queens, 353. In fact, 352 queens come to hear what Dashrata wanted to say. Kaikeyi doesn't move, but she is very, very stubborn. Yeah, until Ram, Lakshman, of course, Sita. Now, all the three leave the forest immediately. Of course, she arranged necessary things that Ram can wear, which is the bark clothes, and she understood Lakshman also follows. She also arranged for that. When she arranged also the clothing for Sita Devi, which was very, very rough and mm, not or hurting the skin, soft skin of Sita Devi. Then she still tried to insist, and Vasishta Muni, she said, "This is too much. You cannot do this. Yeah, your boons were for only Ram. Yeah. So if Sita is going, she is going on her will. So all the restrictions that are on Ram need not be on Sita." So Kaikeyi was indifferent to what Vasishta Muni said, and anyway, she stopped doing so. But Ram helped Sita to dress herself in the this jute cloths. Yeah. Um, and the three leave, and Dashrath was started. He started chastising Kaikeyi very in a very harsh tone. He just started saying that now there is no more relief. This Ayodhya is no more a place for living for me. And then Dashrath collapsed, and then he was crying, and yeah, whatever Kaikeyi thought she has done is for good, but actually backfires. Why? Because when Bharat comes, yeah, we will discuss tomorrow. When Bharat comes, then understanding this, he even renounces his own mother for what she has done. She thought she did a great thing for her son, which was not at all appreciated by him. So that's what we will discuss tomorrow. I will try to be a little faster in this from here on. I thought this episode is so important for us to really understand so many lessons. Of course, I didn't go into details, but still we can see what happened in this part of Ayodhya Kand. Before we enter later to Aranya Kand, maybe tomorrow, second half, we may go through Aranya Kand, but there are also still some more things. Yeah, in the what do you call this countryside of Ayodhya, where there is a what is this Pura? Anyway, I forgot the name. Where Guha lives. Yeah, I forgot this Pur. What is that? Dharmapur. Yeah, tomorrow when we discuss, I'll refer and say. So after that, when the Lord mm, Ram, Lakshman, Sita, they cross Ganges, then comes the Aranyakand. Okay, thank you very much for your time. How was it? What what is the mood?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So it is a very beautiful narration. After so many days, I really cherished this Ayodhya Kand of Ramayana and how you narrated it. I was literally turned off my screen and I was just closed my eyes and visualizing it. And
Hmm.
we know Ramayana is Ramayana has a kind of like emotional quotient compared to Mahabharata.
Hmm.
So and by this Ayodhya Kand, how you narrated it, uh, it really fulfilled
Yeah.
last
Can
1 and 1 hour.
I can only with all gratitude to this. Yeah, I don't know. You see now. Yeah, I am reading from
Yes.
Shubhalas Prabhu's book because Prabhuji has very nicely condensed all from different sources. I mean, for me, in this short sprint, right, every day to speak is beyond my capacity. I'm just reading from that, and wherever I can add little, so I'm just able to close my eyes like you. Then I could meditate on that and speak. But yeah, I had to open my eyes time to read. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for this beautiful narration.
Mm-hmm.
And one more thing, Prabhuji, I don't know really I overheard or something.
Mm-hmm.
How Sita was destined to go to forest 2 times. Can you just quickly repeat, please?
One we know this time, the next we will know when Sita Devi was sent to Valmiki ashram.
No, how he was destined? How? I mean, was there any reason behind this
Uh,
destiny?
The astrologer, na, the lady astrologer who saw the hand of Sita Devi, na, before marriage.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
during her, yeah, youth time. At that time, when everyone were there, at that time, this woman astrologer, she saw the hand, all the lines, whatever we're saying are these
okay,
from palmistry, and also she saw the
okay, okay,
face reading. We know
okay,
Hasta Samudrika. Yeah, Hasta Samudrika is palmistry, and then there is also this science which is saying about the face. I forgot the name. Up. I don't know if Dinath Prabhu is there. Maybe he may know.
okay,
Forgot. But anyway, so based on that, she
okay.
foretold that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes. Yeah. So everyone has
Hare
dots to
Krishna.
connect. No? Everyone has dot to connect. So Sita used that dot to connect and say, "Hey, yeah, I'm going." It was like I'm going anyway. You follow me, because yeah, my destiny also takes me to the forest. Hmm. Sorry. Yeah, Adras Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for this wonderful narration. So, Prabhuji, we see that on one side, Dasharat has given the promise to Kekai, and
Mm-hmm.
on the other side, we see that for the betterment of kingdom, the Ram was supposed to be like the king. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he was as a king or as a husband. What was like the first priority? Like he took his promise as a first priority rather than um, as a king, like to give the betterment to the kingdom.
I wanted to tell tomorrow, but yeah, thanks for asking. Um, this is actually there is something that we want to do something, right? So you want to uh, do services and etc. etc. Yeah, this is your desire, and there is also aspect of karma, right? Dashrad Muni, because he has released a Shabdaban, yeah, and then because of that he incurred a curse. Because of that curse has to manifest, prarabdha, and then when this karma is manifesting, we see all these things that can happen. Okay, which means Dashrath, who was even lauded for his greatness by the devatas, who asked him to protect, who came to ask all these things, and who is a very, yeah, as I think, who was that? Was it you, or I don't know? Was it Gaur Bhagwan Prabhu asked na, this question when he did the Ashwamedha Yajna, did his sin, whatever he has done is gone. But I think there was a curse, I think, rather than just sin. Uh, Gaur Bhagwan Prabhu, I don't know if you're there.
Yes, Guruji, you
So,
say yeah,
yeah,
Shravan.
so I couldn't refer much, but afterwards I thought that there was a curse that has to work, right?
Yes, Guruji.
So the curse is manifesting in this way, and it's even said that is it in Ramcharitmanas or Valmiki Ramayana? We see that Manthara played a role, which was very crucial as a played as a turning point. So, but actually, it was the Saraswati who was on the tongue of Manthara who spoke, made this thing happen. And again, if you see why she spoke in an external front, we can see this is because that Ram, in his childhood, in a playing mood, he has teased her, which she could not accept, and she took revenge externally. Internally is the Leela of the Lord that is also there. So, the internal plans of the Lord, hmm, to manifest, there is always some external dimension to take it, just like uh, in Krishna, I think we were reading right in Bhagavatam, Krishna arranged such a way that Mausala Leela, where Krishna was leaving the world, leaving to his abode, there was this Yadu dynasties. They started fighting, right? Yeah, Adarasa Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, yeah.
So there is one side the divine plan and external arrangement, and these together is what there are one which gives us the message. Yeah, because otherwise then there is no opportunity for giving message. At the same time, they are associates of the Lord, so that it means they are not affected by karma, yeah, or affected by um, the affected by the modes of nature. So it is only the Lord is making sure that these, yeah, people may want to know why it happened. So externally one reason is there, but internally there is a invisible divine plan of the Lord. Because only then, you remember, na, one of the reasons why Lord Ram wanted to come to planet Earth is that one of the reason is that he can spend time, private time with Sita Devi. And of course, one may ask here a question, but when Ram is going, he insisted that Sita stay back, hmm? Right? He may insist, but here also we see that astrologer for Sita is also saying, go to the forest. So both were destined to go to the forest, which was their divine plan. In that, artists are who? Dashrath Maharaj, Kaikeyi, and all. At the same time, we can't just say, it's only a drama, they're not really. No, but at the same time, the messages that are coming out of this epic pastime is helping us how to lead a dharmic life. This is what the purpose is. So, for that, Lord chooses some who are his devotees to play a lead role or a villain role or whatever roles. I don't know if I answered your question.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, we understand that. So, so we can see that the promise given promise must be maintained, like at any cost.
Mm-hmm.
If
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so that is one thing actually, and another thing is also, as I said, because of the past curse that he has, that has to manifest also. There is also a sense of moments where one is, doing something that usually he wouldn't do it. Yeah, neither Kaikeyi would have done that, neither Dashrath would have done that. But all of a sudden, things start manifesting, things happen, and for a purpose of learning. Especially in this, we can see what happens to Kaikeyi after this. Yeah,
yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you.
Samudrika. Yeah, thanks, Jyoti Mataji. Okay. Okay, then thank you so much for your time. And we continue in the Madhya Lila for tomorrow and help ourselves to appreciate the deeds of the Lord and try to imbibe few lessons. Definitely, this is not just a storytelling that, okay, we have chosen a very nice time in the evening that after this we can go to bed, but also if we can pick up something to lead a principled life. And this is what the one of the reasons why Lord appears, he said, to establish the dharma. Yeah, so let's try to see whatever little we can apply that in our life and make our life happy. Thank you very much. पंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank